It's been a long time since we've had such technical problems. My back channel was just ablaze with angry Steve shouting at me. I kind of knew that. That's why I put the screen on, but I wanted to make sure. Anyway, good evening and welcome to Jamming in Jimjams with a bit of a quiet start. We've got a packed evening of chat. We've had the synths. We'll have some more later, but we'll talk about stuff in the moment. Cat treats on the table. I don't know what's going on with Jackson, I'll be honest. He's not himself. He has not been pestering me for food today. He's sat on this toadstool out in the garden, looking at me going, meow, meow, meow. I don't know. Tom? Tom's waiting to go out. Can you go and get your brother? You do that? Go on. Should we do this? Should we do this? Just to... Yeah, there he is. There he is. No, Tom's not gone out. Anyway, let's have a quick say hello to all of you in the chat this evening, waiting patiently to hear your name spaketh upon my lipth. Oh, my word. I tell you what. What? Come on then, Soggy, Mr. No One. Look like no one owns you. Come on then. What's wrong with you, mate? You're bedraggled. What's the matter? What's the matter? Have some treats. Oh, my gosh. I think he's been... Do you know what? Do you know, I think he's been fighting. This looks awfully... Okay, I'm going to keep him in after the stream and just go over him. That looks like he's been attacked. Is that what it is? You look a bit sorry for yourself this morning. You really did. It's that damn white pussy that keeps coming round. Yeah, let's say hello to him anyway. Let's talk about cats and stuff. Is my microphone like? Oh, hang on. That's a bit better, isn't it? Is that better? Is that better? I think it's better for me, but is it better for you? I mean, you're the ones listening, right? Volume wise. Oh, why have I turned that down? Okay, let's mute everything. Not me though. Get your tail out of the way. Can you play some sort of requiem today? Da Vinci Girl requiem. I think it was kind of a requiem, wasn't it? I mean, it felt like it. It felt very lacrimosa. Anyway, Beethoven would have been happy, even though that was Mozart. Oh no, who knows? Handel's Messiah, though. Just going to say it. All right, anyway, let's have a look. Simon, Doom, Marky, Tanith Fulakwa, Remy, welcome. Luke, good evening. Da Vinci Girl. Biscuit, the Wookie, and all his furry companions. KTM, what up? Peter Coit, Vert TV, Droigon. I should go, Droigon. I could do that way. Dr. Synth Manny, you're here too. Good. Kissing the Machine, I've said that already. I Sing the Body Electric. Who else have we got in here? Looking for the longest. So Steve is looking after me this evening. No sign of Panda, but that's not to say he's not lurking. But he's saying my mic is good. Right. Well, that's a lot of you. JD, Andy. What's that? Is that you trying to get through a cable? You trying to pull my headphones off? Andy Fireblade, what up? Alcamantra, welcome back. And Cressy. Lots of you are in tonight. So just quickly reach over, whack as hard as you can that like button. Don't hit it more than once, though, because you'll unlike it. Hit it once, and then hit someone close to you to hit it again. Or just hit someone close to you. You know, I don't advocate violence in any form. Unless, of course, it's... no, I don't. I know I don't. I really don't. I'm not going to... No, I'm not falling for that one. You can't make me. Anyway, even those... Hey, Recon! What is going on, guys? Seriously. It's not often I get the vocoder out either. So, yeah, so whack that like button. If you're new to the channel and you're sitting lurking in your gherkinist, then, yeah, I hope you're enjoying the show. I hope you enjoyed that little random jam at the beginning there. I don't know what was going on with it, but it just seemed to go in its own direction. Although I don't even know what was in tune, and I just had to fumble my way around. It was in F at one point, and then it went down to, it's like, oh no, it went down a semitone. I don't even know what that's about, but I was kind of happy with the vibe anyway. And, you know, things just seem to sort of get together and have a good time. Anyway, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. So I hope you enjoyed that jam. If you just joining us now, you missed the jam, don't go back and watch it right now. Stay with us, and we'll have the chat now, and you can enjoy yourself a nice, cozy sleep with the music that was at the beginning. So, if you have just joined us, click the like button. If you've already clicked the like button, don't click it again. Steve is our resident Jervite spanner for the show, so direct all your questions, if I'm not hearing you, to him. So that means, if you have a question, preface your question with not one, not even two, not three, but 4 Q. And that will indeed be all the cues you need to get my attention and to get his. He's already got a few questions for me. You can also support the channel by becoming a member. That membership gives you some emojis, but there will be more to follow. Yeah, I need to get some supplies for badges, but that's also a thing. I don't know how that will work actually, but maybe that's something we'll have to sort of think about. Anyway. It'll give you a nice green name. Some of you like Droigon are already there. Where did you get the Goodnight 3-pin XLR? Ah, it's not. It's not. I will come to that in a minute. That's questions after. So we've got a nice stumpy of questions. Anyway, right. So, QQQ spaketh my name, Mr. Jervis. Yes, Biscuit. Did I spaketh your name? I did spaketh your name. Come on, Biscuit. How could I not say you? And I cooked your namesake today, although it was cookies. Golden oatmeal crunch. Sounds good, doesn't it? Anyway, so yeah, you can also, so as well as becoming a member, you can also super chat, super like. You can also buy me a coffee. It all goes to help buy cat treats and cables. Again, it's another example of me having already spent the weekend with tidying up the living room, which obviously I had as a studio with the Antonus 2600, which now has gone back to KMR. Please put a link to KMR audio, Steve. KMR, where all you want to know is KMR. So I'll link the, there we go. So if you missed the buy me a coffee, I've just linked that down below there. Right here, Steve is right here. That's right, you are right there. I was making GetJervis do headroom with the I key. The I key? The monkey. Anyway, so there we go. I don't know what's going on there, but there we go. So KMR do all sorts of really cool stuff. Synthesizers. Oh, I used to just drool over their advertisements in Sound on Sounds because they had all the best pro audio gear, and they've been doing synthesizers for a while as well. They got the greatest swag. Steve will attest to that because I think I sent you a KMR tote bag with Synth City on it. Ah, Synth City. Very Alan Partridge. I don't know why I did that way. Well, I do. I always do that. I'm always on the, I'm touching the line. Anyway, I should have squeezed him. That is stinkiest. And anyway, so I wasn't we'll talk about this jam in a minute. Biscuit, Panda is away on holiday in Portugal. Is he? Doesn't get, he didn't ask for time off. He volunteers. I can't be nasty. Oh, good. I'm glad he's enjoying some sunshine while the rest of us. It's rainy this weekend. Lowercase L. What? I don't know what that means. So, Da Vinci Girl says, yes, because me arrived some message from Iran that the regime there did for some... What? I need context for that comment, Da Vinci Girl. It doesn't make sense. Oh, I see. So you want me to sing? I don't know. I need the other bit of... Can you find the other bit of comment, please, Steve? I can't find the... Or, Da Vinci Girl, put the context of what you want. You said something about singing, so... Anyway, it's International Women's Day, so that's not good news. And absolutely, thank you, women, for all that you do for us. Oh, that was interesting. Why was that just making a noise? Open circuit. For all that you do for us, just everything. Aren't you wonderful? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're not a woman, and neither are you, Tom. Recon. It's the Jerv stream. Yes, it is, Recon. I enjoyed being able to pop into your stream the other day. That was good fun. Right, I've scrolled back. Oh, I see. R.I.P. Zara Ishmaeli. Is that? Oh, I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Right. Okay, that's not good. Well, we don't really go political in this, but we are humanist for sure. This channel is all about love for one another and understanding. Executions are not generally that way inclined. Anyway, poor Jackson. If you squeeze him, it's not his fault. Yeah, I know, Tanith. He just asks for it though. He feels better for it. I think it's my duty as a cat dad to squeeze the wind out. Stop him getting trapped wind. Oh, I see. If a woman sings in "It's a Crime in Iran" and it seems they do mass executions. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's another week gone by when the world's gone a little bit madder. Somebody just has to say stop now, please. This is enough. I think that guy who's going around bullying, bullying the UK, bullying Spain, bullying Greenland, then actually just firing things off into the, Venezuela and bloody, Iran. Somebody needs to sort of find that bit of documentation in the Epstein files and publish it, because that's what he's doing, isn't it? Anyway, sad. Right, AD Vision, have you experienced feedback using the mic on the Microfreak? No, I haven't. So, who was saying quarter-inch jack? Let's have a look at this. This was made for the special edition white one, and because of my wonderful contacts with Arturia, I was able to get one of these for mine, which I did bend it, so it's not ideal. But that just basically fits into the jack socket. Get your head up, you plonker. You plonker, Rodney. You should have been called Rodney, really, shouldn't you? Rodney, you plonker. Oh, Dale, oh, Dale, oh, Dale. And the headphones go in there. Oh, it turned it off, didn't I? This is the sound of a fantastic thing called a recorder. What a fantastic addition that was when they brought that in on the Arturia. Was it version 3 that came in? They're just any company that can stand by a product that's 5, 6 years old and still produce updates for it. I mean, I had the Mini Freak here for a review for Taiwan, just the updated software, and it was all right. I didn't gel with it. This, I always wanted one of these. Actually, it's my daughter's first. So Shroomi's got one as well. So we've actually got 2. One day, wouldn't it be nice to polychain them? No point. Right. So let's carry on with the questions. We've got Pandas went on holiday. So Droigon says, where did you get the gooseneck? So hopefully that's answered that one from Arturia directly. But yes, it is TRRS, tip ring sleeve. So you could potentially use one of those splitters that you used to get with computers, which allows you to go headphones and microphone into that. That would be fine. I mean, they're not expensive. Probably find them on eBay, A Division. I haven't experienced feedback, but then I use cans, so yeah, that's maybe why. Poor Jackson, yeah, got that. Thank you, Da Vinci Girl. 45 minutes in already. Yeah, 15 minutes at the beginning. We're like, whoa, what the hell? That's cool. I can use it on my. Yes, you can, Tanith. Go get one. You can use a TRRS to TS and TRS adapter to get signal. That's exactly what I've just said. Biscuit, we're on the same level as always, or well, not as always. One day it would be great to see you and Shroomy duet. Maybe Maybe she's still. I think she's still too young to be in front of the camera. I know some people do it, but they don't have the ex-wife that I have, who sometimes drops in to watch the stream. Are you watching now? Anyway, happy Women's Day. Yes, Jackson. Yes. Get off your bum. When are you releasing an album? Get off. Oh, Cressy. I knew it. I thought I'd got away with it. Well, do you know what? The funny thing is, Cressy, that we have talked about this over the time I've been doing this channel, but I must admit, I don't know why that's mustard mitt, but it is. There's no mitt on it, is there? There's no hand. But there is definitely, there's definitely a thing that that has changed in how a lot of the music I've been doing music since electronic music since 1991. I'll have to go back and find the earliest things. Certainly the first track that I recorded, which was was 92, and that was whilst sharing a flat in Neath with Gaz Williams and Patrick Nielsen, Dan as we called him, Dan, who haven't seen for ages, but I did have a video chat with him a couple of years ago just to catch up, which was nice. So there are a lot of my music has its rooting in that era. Bringing the guitar and all that kind of stuff. But there's also things that have happened because of accepting new instruments into my life, like the modular, which continues to push boundaries, to break forth, and to go boldly when no Jervis has gone before. QQQ poll: Who will buy a GetJervis album? All right, okay, let's poll it then. Steve, you should be doing this. God, what's the point of you? Let's do this. It's a bit of a loaded question, really. If you're watching this after the event, do feel free to answer this question in the comments below, and also like it. And if you're a lurking gherkin, maybe you can lean forward and answer this just for the moment. I don't want to take you away from whatever it is that you're enjoying. Right, so what have we got? Any more questions? When are you releasing an album? Feedback is a live situation. Arturia told me it was a problem. Oh, I see. I haven't used it in a live situation with the microphone. I guess that's what you're talking about. Or are you just talking about it in general? It is a really, you see, what I love about this is that it's so portable, and you can battery power it because of the USB. So it ticks absolutely every single box that I would have for Moto Synth Adventure when that's coming. That's going to come soon. Very limited control. I know you do, Steve. I'm teasing. I'm getting you back for earlier getting cross with me. And I knew it wasn't, I realised it wasn't quite early on, but he was still shouting at me. Don't shout at me. I've had a very busy weekend. Oh, there we go. What's going on here? So volume-wise, of course, yeah, that was the other thing. It seemed quite quiet at the beginning. What am I doing? Right. 93% said yes. That's good. So who said no? It's fine. No, I'm teasing. Of course you're entitled to your opinion. You come here once a week. You listen to my music for free. You won't spend money on it. That's fine. This will still be available to you for free. 94%. There we go. I buy albums, but only CDs or vinyl. Very rare streaming. I'm an old-fashioned at this point. I would probably sell, to be honest, CDs and downloads. I wouldn't go streaming platform. I think I'd go Bandcamp, which I suppose it is a streaming platform, but that's the only place you get my music. I'm not selling out to those awful. What is Spotify doing with video content, podcasting now? It's all over. It is now. Right. Okay. So I think I'm caught up to date with questions. Okay. Cupid. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So I saw someone. So hang on. Full caps lock. Dan. Right, what am I doing? So, hey, Thomas, how you doing? Good to see you. Right, so where were we? We were going to talk about the jam, weren't we? We were going to talk about the jam. So, I think the problem was that I have a weekend without the children every other weekend, right? So I build up to the week, through the week, and go, right, I'm going to do this, and it comes to the weekend, and I think I had an early night on Friday. Didn't do pro synth, but there was enough people on that anyway. And I was on tenterhooks for my friend Tim to come round for a gothic horror night. So I'd made all the kebab stuff, and it's like, is he going to come? 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 And as it was, he didn't. But it was, you know, but I had to be prepared for that. But I'm sure we will no. Stop it. Eis den heel out. Diane. And then I spent the majority of the weekend tidying up. The living room, which was turned into set. So I also had on the dining table. I mean, you know, I am my own couple. So I've got. I need space to spread out. I need to put all my stuff for the live stuff to make sure I've got all the cables and everything all over the dining table. I've got stuff all down there for filming for the synthesizer. So literally my living room and my dining room had clutter. And I'm like, what are you doing, Jerv? Tidy that up. But because of the illness, it's still there, but it's nearly gone. This is the first weekend where I felt like it energized enough. I rested, had an early night on Friday, got to bed, watched Popcorn Night, fell asleep in Popcorn Night. We have a link to Popcorn Night. I've got to continue that. But it was quite funny. It's like, literally, I think, Tanith, I saw yours. Like, you might have fallen asleep directly afterwards. Sorry to anyone else who, and it's been busy since. Do I have not? I don't icing because they're done. The jams are done for you, and it's done like that. If I get an idea, a good idea, I'll build it up and I'll probably multi-track record it. But then I suppose the other thing is then you got, that's how I will do it. And it would have to be a concept album because that's the way I work best. So Popcorn Night, and this is last Friday's, yeah? Go and check out that. So 5% said no. It's fine. But that's cool. So mine was more gentle tune. It was, but it's still cool. I mean, I don't know how I managed to get the jam done with Luke, but we did, didn't we? We did. Anyway, and then the weekend I was supposed to do some gardening. So it's basically just tidying up. I made a batch of flatbread dough so I could just quickly, and I made some minced kebab kofka, so that I could just cook when I needed it over the weekend, without having to, because that's what I normally do when I'm going to record video stuff. Is I just make sure that all of the bread and butter stuff. But for some reason, I'm doing laundry on Saturday. I'm tidying up, and the tidying up carries on into today. I'm resting as well. I didn't have such an early night last night, but I definitely noticed that it's spring now, and I think that might be the impetus that kicked my butt into. I mean, we seem to have recycled the recycling. Oh, that's what I did. I went through the letter rack. That's a job, isn't it? I don't know if you've got that at home yourself. You've got a pile of either receipts, got that, and letters. So you they're to do later, and it was massive. So I basically recycled most of it, unopened mail and that kind of bizarre malarkey. So we are talking. So there we go. It was. So Thomas asks, what do I think of Look Mums? It reminds me of Gong. But it's good. I didn't realise that his sister is in the video, in one of the helmets, playing keyboards, or fake playing keyboards. She is the captain of Wrexham Women's Football Club. Wrexham. Bloody Wrexham. Where me and Gaz are from. Come on. Anyway, I'm more excited by that, to be honest. Because it's Wrexham, all right? My little town is now a city. Wasn't a city when I was there. I left, they turned it into a city. What's that about? It's the biggest town in North Wales, though. Anyway, Eins, zwei, drei. It's brilliant. It's wonderfully catchy and quirky. It's got the what the heck moment. It's got to be, it's got to be something good, I think. I think Sam is just, he's phenomenal. He really is. So, yeah, I really hope he wins it. It's the sort of thing that would win because it's so out there in a good way, but it's such a catchy song. Anyway, again, it's got everything. It's got everything. It's got the quirk. It's got Sam, and it's got a really catchy chorus. And actually, the bridge is really chorus. The bridge is really chorus. The bridge is really catchy too. Anyway, I left Colchester, and they turned it into a city. Colchester. You've never seen a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Is Colchester scum and villainous? It's a Chester, so it means it's a Roman city. I find it very Devo vibe. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's electronic music with all of his influences and people out there, the norms, wouldn't get. Anyway, Electric Cowboy. We go. Welcome back. Welcome in. Are you lurking for a minute? Best UK entry since Bucks Fizz. 1983. Was it 83? Yeah, fair play. Anyway, that's always good to see one of our own doing something. Thomas Dolby. Yeah, it's all of those classic kind of eccentric electronic musical artists doing something infectiously catchy. So yeah. Anyway, don't buy it, download it, because that's money that he'll get, right? I guess. Right, what are we talking about? Something in the watered down Wrexham way, up Wrexham. But yeah, there definitely is. Well, me and Gaz were in college together. That's where we met. And then he was in my band, and I went and we formed a band, and then it was just like the rest is, as they say, history. Anyway, 16 years old, the pair of us. Ridiculous to think all those years ago. Have we got the link to Rack Records tour? Because that's the him and Steve, that tour would be good to go and see. I'm trying to get to the one in Wrexham. Hey, the Machines one, what up? So let's get that on there, because I think it's a busy week in work for me. And I'm still without a motor vehicle, so motorcycling up the motorway to North Wales or even through Mid Wales after work to catch a gig is, I don't know if I can do it. Eurorack Vision, yes, Thomas. So yeah, Steve? Link? Yeah, I know you are, Simon. I know you are. You're in my town. I saw that. That was cheeky. So that's definitely a cool. It'll be a cool gig. I know that my son Gabe would be really interested in seeing you again, Simon. He really enjoyed your set loads. He actually asked me a couple of weeks back to play you when I was taken into football before the car failed. Oh no, hang on. How did I get him to football? And he was asking to listen to it if the car wasn't working. When did that happen? Must have been before Christmas then. Thank you. So, check in the conversation there. And if you've just joined, don't mind hitting that like button. Right. So, exactly. Electric Cowboy. Okay. I also, there we go. So, what were we talking about? The jam, the random jam, the this on the table with the. It's always good to have a micro freak. Freaking micro freaking. I don't know. I still find I'm gonna turn that off. Why is it still playing the music? Jandom Ram. Yes. Droigon. Yeah, Mr. Blue Sky. That's kind of what I was trying to do, but I don't know the chords. Anyway, there we go. Right. Let's go for this view. Because once again, I didn't really do much to this, but listen. I think I've muted it. Hang on. Come on. Where are you? Wait. Hang on. Oh, did I? Oh. Jackson the Wonder Horse. Oh, come on. I am going to go through the jam. I don't normally do this because it's just... That's just the 909. Check it out. It just sounds incredible. That's one of my beats, but I don't know when I wrote this. I mean, I think I spend time just making beats, and I just hit go, and it's there. It's got a real groove to it, and it's got that timing. And I kind of knew that was going to do that. And then I thought, well, you know, it's my row of gorgeousness here, my beautiful circuit track. The Nymphas, what a great synth. I mean, a bit frustrating to program, and the shift function and then the Delta Step A. Again, I don't know where, I programmed that live while we were jamming, so God knows, and a bit of that as well, but my issue with, my issue with the Nymphas is the fact that you've got your oscillator mixer, you've got your filter, and then you've got the envelope for the filter, rather than the amplitude envelope. So I always assume that it's going to be the amplitude. I always start messing around with it, and you get that. Which, you know, but then I have to go here. And then I've like started playing with the filter, and it's not the filter, I'm playing with the tracking, or the LFO, or the high pass. So I have to go back to this one. But then that's why you've got the Artemis, isn't it? Because it's a much bigger, I'd love an Artemis, but have I got space for it? Maybe, I'll get rid of Robbie. Just push him off the end. Right. And then, very industrial. And it somehow, that kind of reminds me of Cabaret Voltaire, who I saw at Synthes 2 weeks ago. Finley Shakespeare has been playing with them. How cool is that? And of course, as is me, that sort of weird industrial kind of whatever. And then that's kind of it. That's the groove, right? A murmur. Oh, stop it, Biscuit. Like I can afford that. I love just. That's That's a cream dream machine for sure. Yeah, exactly, Cressy. A late, slightly late heavy feel, which is that kind of like hypnotic kind of vibe that I've been getting into. And it's just a there's nothing here. Oh. Yeah, maybe Tammy. Yeah, I mean, you know, and of course, had to get the Pro 3. Anyway. And then, what is that about? That's one of the synth sounds. I don't know, I must have thrown that ages ago, but again, the luck of the draw. I've programmed that in, for sure. I mean, that's just the Circuit Tracks' built-in synthesizer. Synthesizer. Yeah, alright, Cressy. If I do an album though, the problem I've got is, I have to go big. Yeah. And then it took me ages to realise that I hadn't actually got the modular stuff kicking in, so of course we had the... Is it there? Ah. That lovely dreadbox sound again. Again, it's all playing to that loose, lazy groove. Rub it up. Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, guitar, it just didn't quite, because I didn't know what was going on. Okay, I'll try that Droigon. I do need a way of getting the bass. Bass, 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 bass. And then I'd forgotten to bring I forgot, of course, there's the wonderful Pittsburgh synth. Kind of really, almost just like really warped. And it's getting all the LFOs to try and kick in and keep in with some sort of timing. Okay. Check. Yeah, Pittsburgh Modular, and they are bringing some stuff out. I don't know if you saw Sonic State this week. Richard Nickel was on, and he lifted up a box, and he went like that. Anyway, check out news. You keep it. It would be good if you get it. Triggering the cats. So, and it was like, yeah, it was all going well, and I realised that my modular drums hadn't been kicked in. Here it goes. What kind of beat is that? Just listen to that for a minute. I mean, this is what I do. I layer drums, right? So live forms. Yeah. Honestly, Droigon, any of that stuff is just so good. I love some of the Bebop Deluxe stuff is just really bizarre, I think. Here we go. So a full drum mix. It's music in its own right, isn't it? And that's how I make music. That's the end of the show. But it's not the end of the weekend just yet. You can see Synth Samurai's which is a definite show that I fall asleep in. Gonna mute that. Oh, aren't synthesizers fun? Yeah. Can we have a link to the tonight's Kumite, please, Steve? Because that would be really good to. It's one. Is it 1:30 here or 12:30 UK? I feel a bit buzzed up now, so I might very well be awake. And I slept so well the last 2 nights. And like I say, that head cold that's been murdering my olfactory senses since the 1st of January seems to have vacating. Bossa Nova, Tanith, how dare you? Very dare you. Do like a nice bossa nova. That's a line from Bad News, isn't it? Isn't it? They're trying to write a song and they've got a PSR keyboard and they've got Bontempi on. They can't turn off Bontempi. That is one of the best Oh, it is. They've seen Spinal Tap and they've gone, well, we should do this our little way. Definitely one. Definitely one to see. If you've not seen it, I mean, Spinal Tap is. Who was it that I was watching? And it was Wings. Watching Paul McCartney documentary called Man on the Run, and I'm not the biggest McCartney fan. I'm really not. I mean, you know, the man's written some amazing songs, but Mullab Kintyre, please. Yesterday, you know, that's a Beatles song, obviously, but he wrote that whilst in the Beatles. So, I mean, he's a talented chap, for sure, but he's not my favourite Beatle. I think George Harrison is, I have to say. Anyway, you know, followed by John Lennon. And then probably Ringo, just because it's love of country. That close. In 2010, from wishing Ringo happy birthday. Anyway, it was just one of those things. You're working, you have to do things. You come back and there's like, oh no, we've already sent it. Anyway, right. That's what happens when you work with someone who's of the same era, or work with someone who was the same era. Steve Winwood. There we go. Marvellous. Who was great friends with George Harrison and Viv Stanshall, two of, I guess, my heroes. And John Entwistle as well from The Hugh, who is definitely an influence on me, bass-wise. I can't play like him, but I mean, you know, love what he does. Anyway, that's a lot of music stuff. I don't know what the point was. I was just rabbiting on because it's the end. But yes, I won't fall asleep. I might fall asleep. I probably will fall asleep. And I'll catch up through the week. Do you know what? It's such a busy week. I usually catch up with the Kumite and finish the second day in, but I've had such a busy week in work that I haven't been able to have it on while I work. I had to stop it because I was doing video stuff or I was out of the office. So yeah, still got a few tracks to listen to from last week's Kumite. It is a nice way to start the week. And if you don't see it tonight, have a watch of it tomorrow. What? Tom's giving me the face. What was that about? You good? Right, Valerie, call on cat on meow. Yes, indeed. No sense of humour in Reading. Who's reading? Bad news is Parallel pre-Spinal Tap, not inspired by it. Wagoo. That is good news. I bought the single they did of Bohemian Rhapsody for more bad news, which came out. I guess that era of comedy for me defines my comedy, if that makes sense. That new wave of British comedy on the wave of new wave of British heavy metal, that 80s alternative comedy, yeah, it was just so exciting. I remember sitting around the TV and just it was one good show after another. I mean, most of it influenced by Ben Elton, obviously, and Friday Night Live. Was it Saturday night? It was Friday Night Live with his ridiculous suits. We saw a lot of comedy, you know, Fry and Laurie, all the Blackadders, of course. But the first Blackadder was quite interesting, very wet. 80s was a good decade for comedy, not for music. I don't like 80s music. I don't mind the metal. Synth pop. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Put your comments in. Go on. Have a word. Go on. You know you want to. It's just not my bag. 70s, the young ones. See, Steve. See straight away. It wasn't though, was it? Let's be honest. Iron Maiden. Well, Iron Maiden are pop. Iron Maiden they're a pantomime metal band. But I guess they weren't my favourite rock band. I mean, what would I, I didn't even like Judas Priest until later. Anyway. What I was listening to, I'll tell you who I was listening to in the 80s, Rainbow. That's who I was listening to and getting my rocks off with. And that's because they were a little bit more experimental, a little bit more expansive with their songs. I did go through a stage of loving the late 70s and early 80s Whitesnake as well. But again, then I just go back to having Deep Purple Live 1972, 73 given to me for Christmas when I was 8 years old. That's going to have an effect, a profound effect on you. Hammond organ, guitar, drums, bass, vocals, everyone playing at their absolute peak. Ooh, great band, Deep Purple, great band. And they knew how to, John Lord knew what to do with the synthesizer as well. Just saying. Right, okay. Right, I'm rabbiting on. 1 hour and 20. How did that happen? So I hope you don't mind me starting this 9:30. I think we're all kind of locked in on that. It definitely helps me because now I have to wind down off my excited high like a little puppy all the way down to Eurythmics. Who says that? Out. No. Tears for fears. Being as I worked in a shop in Bristol, one of them came in and I was showing them. Before I realised who it was, I started showing them the Waldorf Microwave XT. It's like a PPG. I'm thinking, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly it's like, this is the guy. He would have had a PPG. Anyway, there we go. That was it. But I did used to, Mid-Jure was also a customer. 70s prog is, insert choice of, is great. Probes, sit down. Could I just say though? I mean, this is our thinking moment. The fact. Hang on. Can we get? Jackson's going to do his. Can I get you to do this? Ch. Oh. He's not doing it. He's not loud enough. He can't even adjust the. No, okay. The point is, I think, is that in the last 25 years, bugger all's happened in music. 15 years. In the last 15 years, bugger all's happened in music. And I mean that. That's not actually entirely true, but what I think its importance has been devalued, and I think that's deliberate. I also think it's been demonetized, and the value of it has been, there's nothing more dangerous than an artist. You think about where we are now. You think about the impact that the artists of the 60s and 70s had during all those awful things that were going on, and how much difference they made to the world. So. Where we are now. You think about it. It's better that we don't have a figurehead that can say no to really whip up the public into reality check. We need to get out of this right now. We need this person to be gone. That kind of stuff. And there is again. So music has been devalued deliberately, I believe. I have that feeling. But what I love about us is that every one of us tuned in tonight has a very strong opinion about the music that they love. I'm teasing you about 80s music. Of course I am. How could I not? But my preference is 70s and 90s. Seriously. I'm the pair of brackets around your beloved 80s, and that's not to say that I don't hate all 80s music. Oh, that's 77. I'm trying to think of 80s music I really love. I do like 80s music for sure, and it is in me. It is in me without doubt. Tom, I can't see the chat. You big-headed cat. Really? Are we there? Are we? You can't. I'm going to move the chat so I can see. All right, just 1 hour. Okay, so nothing missing. So what's Bicky said? What's Bicky said? Wagyu. There's loads happened in the last 15 years. You just don't get it spoon-fed via the charts. That was my point. That was exactly my point, which is why I hesitated. Yeah, music does go on, and we do create, and creative people can't help but create. But what is not happening is that it's not being. It has been devalued. The true artists have been devalued in favour of the individual, the solo star who they can manipulate, push, speak the message, and not get too excited about it. Your Taylor Swifts of the world, if you will. But Biscuit said something. I don't know what he said. Oh, I'm on top chat. Idiot. When aren't I? So 95%. Okay, 37 minutes ago, 21 votes. That's not bad. Who hasn't voted? Just ignore that. What? Ignore what? Well, I will ignore it. Okay. Yeah, icing. I think that's another thing. Is that yeah, you're probably right, Wigan. There's probably tons of music's happened, and it's just not in your face. And I think get off. Oi. Just sit there and be happy to sit there. I don't know why you have to sit on my computer keyboard. It's not going to help anyone, and there's nothing over there for you. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, what's wrong with that? Ooh, did you see that? Not happy, are you, mate? Not happy. And again, I think also, in some respects, I've got too much. I've got too much up there. I think also that movie soundtracks aren't as good as they were. I think they've been dialed down. You think of all the John Williams tunes for all the films that we grew up with, and maybe a little bit later. That's it. Lol, Jason. I like, but I do love your fights. Thanks, Troygon. Well, it's the thing, isn't it? I mean, we all have. Marky brought up in Donny. Donny lad. What? Hey, what am I missing there? Doncaster. Is that right? Anyway, so yeah. So ultimately, A Division. There's nothing new music anymore. No, but the problem is that there's no. It's harder and harder for your working class musician to break through and earn a living from it. So anyone that's making money from music tends to be middle class, tends to be funded, self-funded usually, and that's something that a lot of us can't afford. Or, in the rare occasion, they're working a full-time job and taking time off to go on tour, which again is kind of difficult to sustain. And that's why we're lucky that we've got EMOMs. And I think that's where the rise of that's coming. I think we're all at this point. This is the breakwater. This is the line from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, where if you squint on a certain day, you can just about see the line where that broke through. I can't remember the quote, but I think Iron Maiden of Folk. Yeah. Pantomime rock band. Anyway, I do like them though. I like them more now than I did at the time. I didn't like them at the time. Don't forget all those shifty record contracts people used to sign. Yeah, and again, I don't for a minute. And I know there's plenty of Prince, for example, George Michael also were very vocal about them not owning their own music, which is why Prince did the symbol thing. And I think that's right. I mean, yeah, I know from being inside of the industry how it works as well. I'm very aware of that. But I think going from, your independent labels pushing music for music's sake through your major labels. I mean, I think, was it watching Fish talk about that Marillion album with Misplaced Childhood getting through because EMI, the juggernaut that is EMI, was behind them, pushing it. I mean, they're great songs. Lavender and Kaylee, great, wonderful. I mean, it's but how strong melody, good arrangements, those kind of songs. The 70s were even better for that kind of stuff. I'm not going to drag on about the 70s, but anyway. In my band, our thought, Tanith says, I thought was if you were ever offered a record deal, we would just run away fast. Yeah. You have to get up on stage school these days, it seems. Yeah, there's more to it, Probes, isn't there? There's more to music than just... And again, it's like, to make it in any stage, you have to do the magic three. You have to be able to dance, sing, and act. Thankfully, I can do all three. I can't dance. I like to dance, but I'm not trained. But I'm not planning to be on the stage, not anytime soon. But EMOMs are okay. But it's like preaching to the converted, the same people that will go, I may leave the other acts. Yeah. But that's another thing. I mean, I used to do acoustic guitar folk nights, open mic nights, you know. But it did, you see, it generates a scene, doesn't it? This is what I was getting to, and I got sidetracked. It generates a scene. It creates a lot of musicians making the music, and therefore it creates a consciousness of this type of music. And electronic music is wonderful. It's wonderful because it can be done by a single person. It can sound absolutely massive, and it can really move you in a way that, you know, a band can't. Now I love krautrock, 70s stuff, you know, kosmische Musik, and I love that because it's experimental and it uses noise-making machines and acoustic instruments. That would be my album, but I don't think I can get that. Maybe I'll get the first one done in here. Maybe I should do 2 albums at once, because I mean I might as well, right? Like do a Oxygen and an Equinox kind of bookend, 2 releases, get them all recorded, enough songs, tracks for that, and then release one later. And in the meantime, whilst I'm waiting, I can then record a 3rd album, which is the one I want to make, which is my krautrock masterpiece. And then what? Stick it on Bandcamp and nothing will happen. I won't go on tour, and no one else will see it because there's nowhere to go. But you never know. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. Maybe that's the point. But in the meantime, with all that's going on, you really do need to look after yourselves. You know, shield yourself, support yourself, and also look after other people too. So, you know, crazy times. But yeah, do that thing that makes you feel happy, joyful. Keep dreaming. That guy's got to be dreaming. What's that film, Aussie film? Classic. Ladder, how much he want for it? He must be dreaming. Don't you? Oi, stop it. Right, guys, look after number 2. Right. Right. You're just pestering for Lord knows why. I just seen again, every time I see me moving around, he's quite light and he's quite big, but he's quite light. Right, so we were a lot happier since I banned the cats from watching the news. Damn it. Yes. Make music. Keep spreading the love. Make yourself happy, make others happy. Join in. And we are lucky in our community that it's wide. We don't have to go far to find someone streaming. And there's so many of us out there doing it, so it's really good. I used the purple pencil yesterday, Chris said. I need to mark some holes in the drill in a bamboo base. How many 19-inch racks do you actually own, Wagyu? Right, okay. I'm going to just that's it. Good night, everybody. Be well. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. And if you've got it, see you a little bit on the if you're still there. Is that still Tink? Yes, it is still Think there. Yeah, be good, be more inky. Yeah, she knew. And that's a good thing. Make music, be creative. Right, guys, 13. How many you? 13 19-inch racks. How many you is each one? Dare I ask? Right, guys, good night. Good night. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Oh, nice. Good night. Jimjams.